Excellent. So once again, I would like to welcome everyone to our Young and Brave mentoring program. Always a joy and a pleasant time we spend together learning life skills. Today, we are going to be talking about a very, very important topic that we all can relate to, we all use. I don't think there's anybody in this life that does not partake of this one topic, and that is relationship. So today we're going to be looking at relationship dynamics and networking skills. Okay, so as human beings, as women, the relationships we form with other people are vital to our mental and our emotional well-being, even to our life, our survival. The quality of the relationships that we have, it can affect our mental health, can affect our emotional health, and can also affect our physical health. See, relationships are very, very imperative for increasing our emotional well-being and also creating stability in our life. And oftentimes they are the glues that hold us together during times of crisis, during stressful situations, when we encounter adverse difficulties in our lives. Research has shown that good relationships help people live longer, and it's true. When you have a healthy relationship, you live longer. It helps us to be able to deal with our stress better when you have good relationships. And also there is a stronger resistance to violence. So the tendency for violence to take place is very, very minimal because we have good, healthy habits that we do in our relationships. And of course, it helps us have healthier habits as well. Having a good social support system is very, very important in life, very, very important. And when this social support or social relationships break down or are damaged, oftentimes it affects our mental health and it affects our well-being. And that's why you hear people going crazy. I would like to share a story of a man. This is a true life story that happened. He had a relationship with his wife, and when they started having relationship challenges, the wife left. And because that support system was no longer in his life, he went into drinking. And before you know, he started taking drugs, just trying to numb that pain, trying to fill that gap, that support system gap. And eventually, he ended up on the street. And of course, same thing with some of the females too. I've heard their story. People end up on the street because they lose that social support system because of maybe bad health, lack of healthy habits, or something just happened in their life and they couldn't handle it properly. The relationship was damaged and their mental health was affected, their health well-being was affected, and eventually they lost interest in life and they gave up on life and they found themselves on the street. And that's why sometimes when you see these people on the streets, a lot of them, I've met a lot of them on the street. We've dealt with a lot of them during our counseling experiences and our outreach work. And a lot of them are very smart people. This particular person I was talking about was a veteran of war, a veteran, very smart person. When we encountered this person, I was trying to help him. Eventually, that's how we got to know who he was. Very, very smart young man. I mean, he could do so many things, but then he ended up on the street because of relationship challenges. So having a good support system, very, very important in our life because we are biologically, cognitively, physically, and spiritually wired to love, to be loved, and to belong. So the problem is that men and women, they need relationship in different capacities and different reasons. And oftentimes we tend to gravitate to people who have either the same career interests, life interest, activities, hobbies. Oftentimes, if I ask you who are your friends now, you find out that they are your friends because there is a common interest. It is that common interest that brings the two of you together, whether at work, maybe you choose to always hang out with this person, or it could be at school, you choose to hang out with this person because there's a common interest. It's that common interest that brings the people together, that brings you together, and that makes that relationship flourish. Talking about relationship, creating and maintaining a good relationship, it's not as easy as we think. It requires skills, and we have to relate on purpose. It's for you to have a good, healthy relationship, either at work or at school, your family. It has to be intentional. In fact, you have to learn these skills. And that is why we are taking out the time to have a workshop on relationship dynamics. Okay. Oftentimes, what we realize is that some people start a loving, supportive relationship, but then due to not having the skills, there's inattention, there's neglect, or maybe stressful life events take over, and it takes a toll on that relationship. And before you know it, conflict starts happening, violence starts happening, the relationship breaks down. At that point in time, this relationship is far from being a source of well-being and happiness that we expected. It now becomes a source of stress and dissatisfaction. See, that's how important relationship dynamics can be in our lives. And if you take it seriously, it can help us become better in life, or it could actually affect our life. See, the problem is that we differ in how we formulate lasting bonds with others. And that's where relationship dynamics comes into play. We need to understand relationship dynamics and how to work it in our relationships to be able to make our relationship become productive for us. So what is relationship dynamics is the question. Relationship dynamics has been defined as the patterns of behavior. See, it's a pattern of behavior that happen between people in the ways they relate, in the ways they interact, and in the ways they communicate with each other. See, it's a pattern of behavior, and it happens between two people, no matter what kind of relationship that is. And having an awareness and understanding of the dynamics that play out in your relationship, no matter what kind of relationship that you are involved with, puts you in a position of empowerment. It helps us become clear on what is working for us. So is this dynamic working for us? Is the pattern of behavior working for us, so that we can address it? Or it might not be working for us. If it's not working for us, hey, why keep on going with something that it's not working for you? All right. So a range of different dynamics play out in all our relationships, whether it's a romantic partner relationship, whether it's a relationship between your parents, brothers and sisters, whether a relationship between your friends or your colleague at work. Some dynamics are healthy and feel good to us, while others are dysfunctional and painful. And the purpose of this workshop today is to help us prevent having dysfunctional and painful relationship. So here with us today, we have a great woman. I mean, I believe this is the first time that we're meeting her in this group, but she's been with us in the other groups as well. And she actually just finished teaching this topic with the other group, and it was amazing. That's why you see me, I'm so excited, because I know she's going to pour it out onto us today. You guys are going to be gleaning and learning lots of great stuff. So Dr. Mrs. Cordelia Aweze was born in Edo State, Nigeria. She studied and got her bachelor's degree in dental surgery from the University of Benin in 2000. She did her housemanship at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital in 2001, and her youth service corps, for those of you that are quite familiar with that, at the military-based hospital in 2002. She worked for 3 years and then moved into the Edo State Hospital Management Board as a dentist. After that, she started the evening dental clinic in Fate Mediplex to serve the population who could not keep their morning appointment due to their busy schedule. While pursuing her career in dentistry, she went back to the University of Benin to acquire a master's degree in health planning and management. And after completing that master's degree, she started her residency program alongside a second master's degree in public health before relocating to Canada. Man, this one loves to read. She rose to the position of a senior resident doctor before she was offered a political appointment as the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry for 1 year. Following her hard work, she was moved from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to the Ministry of Health as the first female health commissioner and first dentist to be made a health commissioner in that state. Since moving to Canada, she took the dental assistant program at Douglas College, where she had an excellence award. She completed a certificate program in orthodontic dental assistant, as well as certificate in sedation. In 2017, she changed her career course following the challenges encountered with supporting her special needs son. Presently, she's almost completing her bachelor's degree in psychiatric nursing. Despite all the career and academic achievements, the most important part of her life is her love for God. She gave her life to Christ when she was 11, so she's known the Lord since then, and she's worked in different capacities in her church. She's married for 23 years to her husband, and they are blessed with amazing children. So let's welcome Dr. Aweze as she helps us with our relationship dynamics and networking skills.
Thank you